Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. Welcome back if you are returning. Welcome if you're new. Welcome everyone. I hope everything is going very, very well in your world. The energy is very, very changeable at the moment, at the time of doing these readings. Now, today we are asking for an immediate message because today is Sunday. I always post this reading on a Sunday. We're asking for an immediate message for you, something you need to know right here and right now. And then we will also look at the next 7 days to see how that kind of pans out in your world. Now we have 3 cards to choose from. I'm also going to draw a rune and a charm, and I'm also adding a crystal today as well. Some of you I know really like to have the crystals too. So we are doing all 3 today. Sometimes I do crystals, sometimes I do runes and charms. Today we are doing all 3. Beautiful souls, let us draw the runes now. I'm going to show you each of the cards, then we'll draw the runes, then we'll draw the charms, then I'll add the crystals, and at any time when you know which of the readings is really singing to you, the timestamps are below, and I will also, as always, list all of the cards I'm using, so if any of the cards are really singing for you, you can find those as well. So let's have a look at pile 1. Pile 1, we have the Weasel and Pine. This is the card for pile 1. For pile 2, we have the Crow and Dogwood. This is for pile 2. And for pile 3, we have the Salamander and Black Pepper. This is for pile 3. So let me now, just going to position these little counters so that we can kind of see the charms when I draw them out. Just makes it a little bit easier if you're sort of sitting and pondering and just really meditating into the readings. Let's draw the charms and runes for each of these. So pile 1, your charm is a beautiful horse. You see that? Gosh, there's a lot of light flooding in here, which is interesting because it's not actually that light. How interesting. Okay, and then you have this rune coming through straight away. This is Gibo, the rune of partnership. Okay, and for pile 2, you have the charm of the anchor. And your rune is, you have Perth. This is the rune of initiation. And pile 3, you have the turtle, although I believe this may actually be a tortoise and not a turtle. Just a little while ago, it was very recent, we had a reading where both a turtle and a tortoise appeared. I mean, I was quite blown away that we had 2 of them out of this whole bag of charms. But several of you actually in the comments, and thank you so much, said actually one was a turtle, one was a tortoise. So anyway, whether you see this as a turtle or a tortoise, this is the charm. And we have Hagalaz. Ooh, this is the Great Awakener. Can be the rune of disruption sometimes, but very kind of exciting energy. Okay, let me just move those out of the way and get your crystals as well. So for pile 1, you have a jade wand. This is for pile 1. For pile 2, you have a lapis lazuli wand. And for pile 3, you have a rose quartz wand. Okay, lovely. So, beautiful souls, I am going to leave the video running for just a few moments longer. I usually do this for anyone that wants a little bit more time. If you need even longer, you can always press the pause button. But I will see you in the readings. Trust your gut feeling, trust your intuition, see what is singing to you. And if you feel drawn to more than one, it is highly likely that there will be more than one reading for you and more than one message for you. Beautiful souls, I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Pile 1, welcome to your reading, beautiful souls. You have the Weasel and Pine, introspection. It's very interesting, your energy here, or the energy of your reading. Gibo can indicate a partnership sometimes. It's certainly a gift. But the Weasel and Pine often indicates solitude, hence the introspection. I also really see a wildness in this horse. So let's just draw some more cards and find out what your immediate message is, what you need to hear right now. I'm seeing both of these. Let's draw your oracle cards first. Ooh, and definitely those two. And that one. There's a kind of progression coming through here, actually. And we'll draw some of these lovely little cards. I love that these cards, these are the wild unknown archetype cards, and I absolutely love that they're now like this little smaller pocket version. I really enjoy using these. Absolutely, yeah, they're just lovely energy. So let's see what we have, and then we'll draw your tarot cards as well. So we have Capricorn, achieve. We have Chiron, heal. We have listening, we have wide open, and we have talisman. Ah, yes. Look at this pathway here unfolding. I'm just going to put these to one side, actually. Right now, beautiful souls, there is actually something that you do need to achieve. And you are being invited here. No reading will ever tell you what to do. You know, a reading is here to bring you guidance or bring things into your awareness, but no reading will tell you what to do. You have free will and conscious choice. But there is something that you are, or you can, at this moment in time, seriously progress. It can move forwards. You're being guided to move something forwards, or the energy is with you, and it's right for you to move it forwards, to achieve. And hence the sort of solitude energy. Weasels are very good at planning. With the wild horse, I'm hearing wild horses. It just keeps coming through. What's that song, Wild Horses? Is there a saying or a song, Wild Horses Can't Keep Me Away? And we have Chiron, healing and listening. You see, I feel you're being opened almost to receive a direction. And I can't help feeling that if you were mega social at the moment, somehow I think the energy of having lots and lots of people around you would inhibit you from being able to really receive the download that you are receiving, to really stay on track, to really hear what is singing to you. There's definitely something you can achieve. And I think, yes, I think there is solitude and it's almost like I think you require some personal space, actually, because for you to be really open to receive the information that's coming, it kind of needs to not be energetically blocked by anyone else. It doesn't mean that partnerships aren't available to you, but right now I think this is more about your partnership with yourself and the divine. And you know, it's almost like be less social and be more focused, or make sure you take downtime around you. What else do we have here? We have the threshold, we have the bardo, we have the kiss, and we have the mask. Okay. Now this is interesting. Okay. Yes, reflection is needed here. Let's draw your tarot cards before I say any more. We have 7 of Angels Progress. I am seeing this one, and this one. And it's actually, yes, that one there. Okay. We have Knight of Stars, Adventurer, 9 of Angels, Guardian, King of Angels, Peaceful Warrior, and the Star, Hope. Okay. What is it that you need to achieve? Let me see. What am I seeing here? I feel as though you are being prepared to receive something or to achieve something. Perhaps the achievement is actually to heal, to be open, to be able to receive, to be able to to be able to receive. You are on a threshold. Something is unfolding, like a pathway is being opened for you. I think there is a direction that you are meant to go in. Part of this message, the immediate message, is just to say to you, almost withdraw, be still, don't be afraid of solitude. I think there is, for some of you, maybe the healing is from a relationship. We have the kiss. The bardo is about it's like being in between the worlds. And the kiss is that reopening of excitement, of desire, of passion within a relationship. Gosh, maybe some of you are in between, like relationships. Perhaps a relationship ended. You're being prepared for a pathway that is leading you forwards. There is something that you can achieve. For some of you, the achieving right here and right now is to do with healing. But for others, there is something, and I think it is there for all of you actually, there is a pathway or a direction to achieve, to go in. It's to do with you becoming your truest and fullest self with the mask, no longer having to wear a mask or be anything that anyone else expects. It's very, very unique to you. It's almost like you're needing to reclaim the wildness of your spirit, the wildness of your soul. I feel like something, I sort of want to say cramped your style. Or something, yeah. Or maybe the message is saying to you, don't let anyone cramp your style. But yeah, I think your first and immediate message is to protect your own energy and to kind of not be overloaded or imploded upon by anybody else's energy at this time. Whether you need to act in a physical way to achieve that, just by carving out space for yourselves, or whether you are naturally in that place, whether you've arrived in a place where there is a bit of solitariness around you. It's really, really healthy and purposeful right now. I just feel this is a reading that says, make sure that you get still. I think massive openings are coming for you. You are on the threshold of being taken in a very specific direction with the card of Talisman. You are being guided, literally. Your guides, your angels are walking with you. There is a new adventure unfolding. that will take you forwards in a direction that is, it's absolutely the right direction for you to be going in. Right here and right now, this is your message. It's about you giving yourself personal space to heal, to get still, to be safely wide open to receive. Okay? Now, because progress will come, there is a path for you to walk down, there is something to be achieved, and this can only be achieved by you. This isn't something that can be achieved by anyone else. There's something that is, it's almost as though for some of you maybe there is a need to literally regroup. You know, when I look at the imagery in the Bardo, let me bring this up for you. When I look at the imagery and we can see all these little skulls, it really reminds me of the kind of energy when we get a bit dispersed or a bit fragmented or a bit discombobulated. You know, if we get a bit discombobulated, it's quite hard then to be fully open to receive the guidance we're receiving. So this is all about your energy and where you are right now. It is really important for you to be very, very grounded, very centered in yourself and your own energy. And if you are spending time with people, really making sure, asking your angels and your guides to put protection around you, you know, place that bubble of protection around yourself before you enter those sort of social settings or even those family settings. There's something, this is very much about you protecting your own energy at this moment in time, because you are being guided to take a very specific pathway, and therefore you kind of need to be available to receive the signs, receive the signals, receive the downloads that are coming through for you at this moment in time. You know, even Jade is about balance, grounding, good fortune. I mean, it's said to really promote a deeper connection with yourself. There's something about your soul, your wildness of spirit that should not be curbed at the moment. And somehow that pathway that's really right for you at this moment in time, at this moment of profound transformation, whatever it is you're meant to be achieving, it's being opened up for you. But you require all your energy to do this, or the best part of your energy, and your own focus. Now, I'm going to draw some more cards and look at the week ahead, and also just see what other information comes through. But this is just saying, my lovely pile ones, you are on the threshold. You're in this in-between zone where something exceptional, magical, like a first kiss, something exciting, beautiful, ecstatic is about to emerge, where you can be you. I mean, if you're single and you're sort of thinking, I'm longing for love and it's just not showing up, this would be saying, hold fast here. Don't be running after it. The pathway is being opened for you. You're being guided. So if this is going to come to you, it's got to be the right connection. It's got to be one that really fires you up, floats your boat, makes your heart sing. You can be you. You're on the threshold of the in-between space of being shown exactly the pathway you need to get to that person, whoever that is, if this is connecting to relationship for you. But if that was the case, you know, hold fire. Be open to receive the guidance that's coming in. If you're too cluttered with the energy of anyone else or people who aren't really singing for you, then it's going to block you from receiving. So this is, very much about consolidating your own energy, being in a space of stillness and openness to receive without the clutter of anybody else's stuff, demands, connections. So to the very best of your ability, you know, whatever this pathway is, obviously I've mentioned relationship, that could be love for some of you, but it might not be. It could be a business partnership. It could be your own partnership with your own calling, you know, but this is the star card, hope. This is where you're meant to be going. And it's ecstatic. It's absolutely mind-blowingly fabulous. But somehow you've got to clear the decks to be able to walk that pathway, or even see it or hear it, to see where you're being guided. Let's look at the week ahead and just see what information comes through. May we kindly ask about the week ahead for pile 1, please. May we kindly ask for information for the week ahead for pile 1. Okay. Right, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Wowza. Oh my goodness me. This is a pretty exciting week. You're beginning with the 10 of Pentacles. Right. This is the card of happy families, connections, loyalty, joy, abundance, fulfillment. It's like the lottery win of the tarot. You've got the 4 of Cups, which is a card of boredom. And then you have the 4 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, my apologies. You've then got the 5 of Pentacles, 2 5s. Ah, okay. You've then got the World, and then you have the 6 of Swords. Okay. What I'm seeing around you, beautiful souls, is actually there is someone around you, or a circumstance or demands being made upon you, that this family or somebody who wants a connection with you, or whatever it is, that there are demands around you. Now this is a really positive card. It's the lottery win of the tarot. But I feel in this position, actually in this 10, moving to the 4 of Pentacles, I actually feel there's something that looks promising that could actually disappoint or might not be quite right. And I think this is what this is about. It's like getting still and just allow this to unfold. Allow yourself to see the realness. Weasel and Pine. Weasel's introspection. They sit, they plan. They're extraordinarily alert. A weasel can be very social, but also sit in a group of people or other weasels, wherever, and almost be like a spy. They can see what's really going on. I think you're meant to get still and see and listen to something that's going on around you this week. And in order to really receive that information, you need to be very still and very present, because it's really going to be shown to you. I think then there will be a pathway that's very clear that leads you to this sort of space of ecstasy and excitement. But there is possibly something around you at the moment, or someone or a group of people who, I kind of want to almost say, all that glitters is not gold. And you are actually being asked to observe and to notice. I mean, some of you could just have a lot of family commitments. But actually, you're needing to group yourself, to regroup in your own personal sort of energetic space, so that you can move forwards. The 6 of Swords is a card that says you kind of know where you're going. You're moving beyond something. I'm very curious about what it is that's around you. So let's just ask a little bit more information about that. Let's follow that through for you. What is this situation, perhaps now or early in the week, that you might need to sort of assess? Ooh, look at this 5 of Wands. So it's a space that's quite competitive. Could be competitive. It could be somebody trying to jump on your bandwagon. They see you as being, again, very successful. You're a high achiever. Perhaps someone sees you, sees your potential, sees what you can achieve, and they really want to jump on board. But actually, you're better off going it alone at the moment, because actually things are opening up for you. There is a connection or something coming along a pathway, and this is the pathway you're meant to be going on. Yeah, there could be jealousy, there could be a bit of jealousy, a bit of competitiveness, or even just, yeah, as I said, people jumping on your bandwagon. Oops, that was loud. A big falling in of the cards. What else do we have around this? Okay, yeah, temperance, balance. I love this temperance card in this traditional little pack because this is the goddess Iris, and the goddess Iris does not take any crap from anyone. She is kind, she's benevolent, she's amazing, she gives to all the right people, but she doesn't give to the wrong ones. Okay? I think there is something that you haven't yet seen with the Eight of Swords. And we have the Emperor, and I think you're going to see it. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. And it kind of gives you permission to move on with something, or to move away from something. Okay, so that's what we're seeing in the week ahead. And this is bringing quite a lot of information, which I think is helpful to the initial message. The initial message was all about get still and really observe and listen and notice. You need to conserve your own energy because you're going to be shown the way to something, or the way to something that's going to be fabulous and gorgeous, ecstatic, amazing and wonderful. But you kind of need to get still and be fully present to see it. What I do see is there is something that looks good, but I don't think it's going to do what it says on the tin. You possibly have a little bit of an inclination of that already. There may be some little clues that tell you something isn't quite balanced or equal here. If you really listen, like the weasel, you could be sat in a social situation or with a particular person, or in a family environment, or with friends. Oh, excuse me. I don't know where that came from. Or sitting with friends or with some work colleagues. But anyway, you could be sat somewhere, wherever you are around people. Just be wide open to listen, but protect your energy as well. It's like be the observer of what is going on, because you need to be wild and free. You need to trust that you are being shown something that is absolutely magical for you. You're on the threshold of something opening up for you that is really, really amazing. Yeah, see through the masks that people wear. That's what we're being shown this week, my pile one. There's definitely a circumstance, a situation or a person or something around you that isn't actually going to deliver. That's what we're seeing here. Don't be fazed by it. Don't be distressed. Don't be upset, because something is also, it's kind of, this is being cleared out of the way for you. You're being protected so that you can move forward. So be that kind of, that lovely weasel spy, and sit there and observe and be chitty chatty and really lovely with everybody, whilst really, really, really listening to exactly what is going on. Don't get tangled in it. You can then take charge, and I think probably what will happen is you'll then appropriately and politely move away. The pathway that you're being led to is the one that you're meant to be on, which is different to this group or circumstance or situation or person or people. Yeah, there's something that you can liberate yourself from here this week. And in doing so, a pathway is being opened up for you, and this is the pathway you're meant to be going on. That's what we're being shown, I think, here, my beautiful, beautiful souls. And the outcome is going to be ecstatic. It's going to be fabulous. So, you wouldn't want to linger around something that isn't going to deliver, when just around the corner, just across that threshold, there is something that will deliver, seriously deliver, in a really, really big and exciting way. So, yeah, look at this, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, your ship is going to come in. So you want to be available to receive it. That's for sure. Pile one, this is your reading. I am so honoured and excited and thrilled to be here reading for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I post these particular readings every Sunday, several other readings during the week. Don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure that you never ever miss a reading. Thank you so much for being here, all of you. Tons and tons of love. And I look forward to seeing you really soon. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have the Crow and Dogwood, Intelligence, and the Anchor Point, and Perth. This is kind of exciting, I actually feel. I mean, there's empowerment in your energy here. Really significant. 3 cards coming through from this pack for you. There's significant personal empowerment. I feel like you can achieve something or do something or see something if you need to. Okay, or find your way through something maybe. I'm going to use a second from this pack as well. All the cards, by the way, beautiful souls, are listed below if you're interested in them. Okay, we have this and this. Seeing this and that one as well. Okay, what do we have here? I'll draw your tarot cards in just a moment. We have second house resources. Okay, Venus beloved and Libra balance. Ride the wave, wide open. Wide open, by the way, came out in pile 1. So if you were drawn to pile 1, I highly recommend that you check it out. Okay. Resources, beloved, and balance. Now, Venus likes balance. Ride the wave is a wave of success. And I'm seeing you climbing to the heights of something and being visible. This is like you hit the bullseye. Wow, you hit the bullseye in something. Perth, this is a rune of initiation. How are you going to anchor your success? I think something hits a bullseye for you. I think something is about to happen. Explode. I think you're about to get some visibility in something. Some success. How are you going to use these resources? Oh, this is a bit exciting. What else do we have? We have the Orphan. We have Agape. We have the Thread and we have the Box. Okay, this is the breakthrough moment. Gosh, and the Orphan is, it's a very interesting energy. I think you're about to break free of something or step out of the box or become visible if you've been invisible, or come out of the end of a dark tunnel and into the light, literally. Or, yeah, there's something here where there is a breakthrough if you've been feeling mega isolated with the Orphan energy. It's kind of like I think this is a breakthrough in some way. It's very interesting because lapis lazuli is also a stone that indicates sort of like truth and spiritual awakening. This could be a massive spiritual awakening. But if it is with resources, I wonder if you actually have not just a spiritual awakening, but you find your calling in some connection with that as well. I'm just going to draw your tarot cards. Let's get more information. I did see that card definitely there for you. Let's get more information before we go any further with your reading. I think we will have this one too. Can always draw more. Okay, so we have 9 of Angels, Guardian. Gosh, look at the light coming in here. We have the 10 of Angels, Surrender. The Ace of Stars, creation. Three of Angels, clarification. Eight of Angels, confusion. Okay. I think you're going through quite a significant kind of, let's see if I can ease the light off that a little bit so that you can still, can you see that better? Is that going to focus a little? Hopefully that's coming a little bit better now. It's interesting the way the light just sort of really started to sort of pile in. I do think surrender, creation, something is being, or you are being, or you are on the verge of, that's what I want to say. You're on the verge of a breakthrough. Now, I think at the moment, you may be trying to navigate some sort of in-between place. You may be having to draw on your resources or kind of work out how to get yourself out of a situation. This is telling you that this is about to happen, I think. The breakthrough will come. Maybe you're feeling isolated, wondering how you're going to get from A to B or achieve something that you need to achieve. What this is actually saying is you don't have to force this to happen. I think the universe is going to be opening a door for you. Even though the Orphan is a card that kind of highlights the almost like the lack of connectedness and the isolation that we can feel, and I think that humanity feels very often, it kind of also acknowledges that we're not separate. I feel this reading is really honouring and reminding you, I suppose, perhaps for some of you, that you have a profound and deep connection with spirit, with source. With the crow and dogwood, literally, it's kind of like says you can get through any situation. You're going to come through this. So it's really, I feel you are on the verge of a breakthrough, of a massive breakthrough where you get visibility, where you get, where balance is restored, where you hit the bullseye. You're literally on the verge of this. Why do we have confusion when we're seeing so much that is possible? I mean, it may be that just with the energy that is around us at the moment, I mean, there is a lot of confusion. There's a lot of, a massive influx of information all of the time. Lots of different things being said. What do you believe? There's an overload of information. Where do you look to find information you trust? There's something here about getting clarification from a confused or bewildered place. But look within. Spirit is your anchor. Spirit is your guide. I think your reading is actually saying, look, you are on the verge of a breakthrough, so you don't need to worry about how, or what the exact pathway is. I literally feel it's being shown to you step by step. Something is coming in of success. I'm going to ask for a bit more information. Let's draw some more cards. Can I please ask kindly about, thank you so much, about the confusion. We've got the Queen of Swords showing up. Now she is crystal clear, and we have the Page of Cups, which is a lovely energy of giving. Yeah. I think maybe you are to be gifted. This is the breakthrough. You're to be gifted with some kind of bullseye moment, okay? Some kind of piece of information or an idea or like a sudden moment of awakening or awareness that shows you with absolute clarity how to move forwards or what you need to do, or that brings you into that space of visibility, that there's something. So for example, if you're working on a project but you're just not reaching people, let's say you started a YouTube channel, for example, and but you're just not getting the views. I think something's going to be gifted to you, or an idea or something, and this is like hitting the jackpot. It will enable you to become visible, to ride the wave of success rather than feeling unseen, isolated. It's the breakthrough moment. Rather than feeling confined, it's like you push through in some way. What's interesting is you'll know how to do it. You'll know what to do. You'll be gifted with this moment of either inspiration, an idea, or that spark of idea, a thought, and you'll just know the route. You'll know what to do. So any kind of element of confusion about not knowing what's the next step, I think that confusion is about to be removed. May we kindly ask about the week ahead. How might the next 7 days pan out? How is this emerging? And this is really surrendering in trust to spirit, to source, knowing that, gosh, you'll just be shown what you need to know to move forwards, to take an action, to get through to the end of that tunnel with Perth, the rune of initiation. It really is like, I sometimes see it like a sort of a tunnel where you're moving in to one point, and you can start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but it's going to come in some way, shape or form. Is that happening this week for my beautiful pile 2s? May we kindly ask about the next 7 days and get more information here. Okay, so we have the 5 of Pentacles, which in a traditional pack really does mean, you can feel a bit, again, like the orphan, a bit out in the cold, like you don't really know, or you're not being seen, you're not appreciated, you're not really valued. But then we have Judgment. Yeah, this is like the Judgment Day. Yeah, then we have the 2 of Wands. Look at you with the world in your hands. We have the 9 of Cups. We have you've got Judgment and Justice. Ooh, 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 ooh. And then you have the 9 of Swords. Okay. Very, very interesting. All right, I'm going to draw more cards around this as well, but right now, yeah, your ship coming in, visibility. You've got Judgment and Justice. This is one seriously powerful combination. I think something comes to a head. I think it reaches a point of conclusion, the breakthrough. You hit the bullseye. Gosh, if any of you are going through any legal disputes or legal processes, or I just want to say justice will be served. Yeah, if any of you are being judged, justice will be served. What we see here with the 9 of Cups is a real sense of self-satisfaction. Yeah, any of you that are navigating a transition, like going from A to B, you're in that tunnel. You are this week going to navigate through this, but there's a very specific flavour, because justice will be served. I do feel with the 9 of Swords, it's got a slightly bittersweet edge to it here in this position. Let's just get a couple more cards before I voice where I'm going with this. Maybe kindly ask about this. Yeah, we have the Three of Wands. Yeah, and the Six. Okay, and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, something is going to come to work out in your favour. Anything that you are navigating that you feel is not exactly a challenge, but you're either waiting to get there, or at the moment it's still in progress, but you a bit like, as I said, a bit like if you've opened a YouTube channel, it's just not getting anywhere. Justice will be served. Maybe you'll just get some, I don't know, like somebody famous will, I don't know, share one of your videos and it goes viral. Justice will be served. Your hard work comes back to you. Something, you're going to get to a point where something is feeling really good. There's a great sense of self-satisfaction. There is a bittersweet edge to this, because I feel like there's a parallel of energy here, my lovely pile 2. The parallel is that I think there is, for some of you have felt boxed in by a circumstance or a situation, or just circumstances. The bittersweet edge is that I think for some of you, justice will be served. You get the result that you desire. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even the Queen of Swords can indicate that sense of sort of clarity coming through here. You know, logic will prevail. The facts will be, will be found out. The facts will speak for themselves, kind of thing. But as that breakthrough moment comes, and you can then look ahead, there is a bittersweet edge to it, because I think somehow something has taken a lot of your time and energy to get to where you are. So it feels a bit more than just like your YouTube channel isn't taking off. It would almost be, I don't know, as if, I mean, that might be the case for some of you, but this has got greater gravity with Judgment and Justice. This would be almost as if there's been something going on in your world in the background that has limited you or stopped you, or cramped your style, or pushed you out. Justice will be served. It's like something comes into the open. I mean, let's say you've been working with some people, or you're in a group of friends, and literally you feel like something's been going on kind of behind the scenes or behind your back. You know, maybe you weren't invited to something even though people were pretending, or I don't know, there's something that's going on here. You're coming through and out this in a really good way. All I can say is justice will be served, and a process of coming through something, and it's not just out the other side, it's out the other side and riding the waves. And with the Six of Pentacles, you are kind of, you have the opportunity to be quite benevolent about this, actually, and quite generous. It's like share your success. Yeah, if you've really struggled to be seen, to have a voice. Yeah, for some of you, there's been something a bit big going on. But for others, it will just be that something, you felt kind of stuck with something or on your own with something, and it's been really, really hard to sort of to feel as though, you can feel anchored or grounded. But this is the point of the breakthrough. I do think it's coming this week with Judgment and Justice, or if it's not in the next 7 days, it's imminent. So this, and this is it. It's something's blown wide open. Literally, it's blown wide open. And I think it's an amazing result for you. And yeah, with it comes justice. With it comes, the bittersweetness as well. Yeah, I'm saddened that it's there, but I think it does come if something is blown wide open and you realise that someone that you trusted, for example, didn't have quite the integrity that you thought, or something is blown out of the water here. And but the success comes to you. Okay, that I do see. And with it, the opportunity to be benevolent, to be generous, to be forgiving, to be to move away from the constraints and to have that. So some kind of a reward comes to you. Justice will be served, even if you've struggled, you've really had to make ends meet. Something comes in, you hit the bullseye. Justice will be served, almost like karmically something comes back to you. I'm not sure why that would feel bittersweet. Maybe you'd have to think quite carefully about, maybe the people around you. Perhaps something you do takes off. Again, you get that visibility. But how do you feel if you've got, I don't know, let's say you and a friend both set up your YouTube channels together and suddenly yours just takes off. And, the bittersweet bit is, oh gosh, what's my friend going to feel like? Their channel hasn't really happened yet. But you can be generous. You can be, benevolent with your blessings. You can ride the wave. Yeah, you can be just as benevolent and generous, but it shouldn't stop you from owning what's come back to you. That's what I'm seeing here for you. So yeah, literally, the first and most immediate message is that you're right on the brink of this. It's about to break through. And this is suggesting it really is. This breakthrough moment will come. And you can actually, and this is, as I said, something is blown wide open. You can ride the waves of success and also, sit in a really benevolent, generous, gorgeous place as well. And really start to plan for the future with the Three of Wands. Pile 2, this is your reading. This feels like a major blessing. I'm sorry if something's been feeling like it's hard work, it just hasn't got off the ground. But, the change is coming. Or if you've had to wade through any kind of legal procedure or stuff that has not been totally upfront, whatever this is. But wow, this is something in your world taking off. It's happening. It's coming back to you. So this is gorgeous. I think you hit the bullseye. How amazing. Pile 2, thank you for being here so much. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell icon as well if you want to make sure you never miss a reading as soon as I upload them. I am sending you all the love in the world. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing, and all the things that you do that support the channel. Tons of love. Thank you so much to those of you who've been giving back through the super thanks in the comments. Just thank you all. And Super Souls, if you're interested in learning to read, do check out my tarot course. It is currently at a massively discounted rate. So I've got a whole page of information about it if this is something that you are interested in doing, whether you want to read for yourself or go on and read professionally. So do check out all of the links below. Tons of love, Pile 2. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. I am really excited about your reading. The salamander and black pepper is about being fired up, like really being inspired to do something. And Hagalaz is like this energy of the Great Awakener. Sometimes it does indicate disruption, but it's kind of got this Uranus kind of energy. It's sparky, it's electric. This card is sparky, it's electric, it's like being fired up, passionate, wanting to do something, feeling inspired. This is a yes kind of energy. So I'm fascinated by what is going on here for you. Let's draw cards and find out what's your immediate message. I'm seeing these 2 for you, actually a third. And from this pack we have this one and definitely this one. And we will draw from this lovely little pack as well. Okay, I am seeing this one and this one, and that's not feeling right. May we kindly request, there are your cards. Okay, let's do this. Let's see what your oracle cards are showing, and then we'll draw your tarot cards as well. Okay, tension, how interesting, because Hagalaz can be disruptive. It can feel like, gosh, things are being thrown up in the air. There could be tension, but remember, tension creates traction. So we have tension, then we have nurture, Ceres. Ooh, look at this. Look at this, would you? And then we have 10th house authority. You can climb this mountain. Something is coming in. Or, yeah, look at this unknown visitor. Heal the ouch. Okay. I think something or someone is, if they haven't already, they're about to either literally knock on your door or come into your world. Something, an event. Something, someone arriving. Let's just really get here. But it's very curious because it feels like it arrived with tension. Heal the ouch. Like a clash or a bang or a, something unexpected. But the purpose of it is to inspire you to do something, to cause you to step up. 10th house authority. Like if somebody, I don't know, I can't say if somebody behaved badly, but something coming in. Maybe there could be something that you see globally that you really, really feel very strongly about, or something locally you feel strongly about it. There's something that you feel, it's like, and it inspires you to step up and be the very best version of you. Unexpected visitor. We have the shapeshifter, the mask. It could even be that somebody hasn't been entirely honest. Or maybe even, I don't know, maybe you haven't been entirely honest with yourself. I don't know. We have the tear. And then we have the forest. I do feel that something unexpected has shaken you out of complacency, or shaken you into a place where you feel like you need to do something about it. You need to heal the ouch. You need to put it right. You can, even if it was somebody said something, whether this is a big thing where you feel inspired to really take action, or whether it's something that feels more sort of local to you and you just feel like, this feels a bit saddening. But you can shape shift this situation. You can do something about this. You are not without agency. If two people have had a falling out, you're probably going to be the one to sort of sit them down together and talk them through it and find a resolution. You'll be able to heal the ouch. You're able to offer something here that basically makes it better. It shape shifts the energy. Yeah, very, very interesting. Let's draw your tarot cards before we say any more, and then we will really sit with the energy of your reading and see what we are being shown. I'm seeing these two. I'm seeing that one there, and literally that one there, and this one too. Okay, what do we have? We have the sun, vitality. Yeah, you see, this is sparky energy, sparky electric energy. The magician, impulse. Yeah, sparky, impulsive energy. You can make stuff happen. 7 of hearts, choices. 3 of angels, clarification. 9 of angels, guardian. Oh, and look at this, peaceful warrior, king of angels. This is your energy. You're the one who can fix something here. Okay, you are able to repair something or heal something. Yeah, I hope that's focusing properly for you. Okay, let's sit with your cards. I think with the forest card here, this is a situation that it can't be undone. Okay, something has happened, or something unexpected happens, or you just wake up to something. Hagalaz is very interesting as an energy. It kind of says that sometimes that we reach a point where we just suddenly wake up to something. We can't, you can't do that anymore. You can't sweep it under the carpet anymore. It's like there's an elephant in the living room, and you're the one that just has reached this point where it's like, do you know what? Hang on a minute, guys. Everyone, look, there's an elephant in the living room. We can't deny this anymore. You're the one that can step up and say how it is. Sometimes it literally is something that unexpectedly happens and throws your world upside down, but it causes you to feel inspired to do something. But something can't be undone. You can't turn the clocks back with this one. So you can't simply fix something. It's not like there is something that broke down that you can repair. It's more than that. It's different. It's got to change. Something has to be literally transformed. You can't just fix it. It's not like having a bit of an argument and you can, I don't know, you can kind of like agree to disagree and everything goes back to normal. Nothing's going back to whatever the normal was. Nothing's going back to it. This is real change. This is proper healing. It's not sweeping under the carpet or putting a sticking plaster on it. The fixing of something isn't repairing it so it remains the same, but it's repaired. The fixing it is actually making it into something completely different. It would be like seeing something, I don't know, on your doorstep that's quite, let's say you feel very strongly about nature, and then you see somebody is spraying something really and causing lots of damage, and there's tension, there's friction, but actually you have the ability here to nurture the result that you desire. And that's what's really fascinating. You can step up and do something about this. This is reminding me of something, and I'll voice it because it's coming into my mind. A very, very, very dear, very, very old friend of mine who is one of the most gifted beekeepers I have ever known. He's very, very, very elderly now, very elderly. I met him a long, long time ago, and he's, when I say the most gifted beekeeper, he grew up in a world which was quite remote in the UK, because as I said, he's quite very elderly now. But in the world he grew up in, I mean, my goodness me, the world has changed shape so much. He grew up in a tiny little village where everything, they really lived in tune with nature. And the bees, they had beehives that would sit along the edge of the fields, and the fields were very small, and they still cropped them by hand. And so the stories that he has told me, just wonderful, wonderful person to hear how in harmony people used to live. They would, when they were cutting, I love this, I will tell you about it, but when they were cutting the hay by hand, they would come across the nests of the birds. So rather than destroy the nests, they would gather, it was the children's job as the hay was being harvested and cut. The children would pick up the eggs, and along the edge of the fields they would have their beehives. And a beehive is actually at the perfect temperature. It's the same as an incubator. It's the perfect temperature to hatch an egg. And they would lift the top of the beehives and place the eggs inside the beehives. And every day on their way to school, the children, having collected the eggs, they would take a cup of water, because you have to keep the eggs moist, and they'd lift the beehives and moisten the eggs and turn them. So they were turned, and this was talk about living in harmony. How magic is this? And then when they started to crack, and the chicks were going to hatch out, the children would take those eggs back to their homes, and they would go next to the range, because they had old-fashioned ranges which were lit even in the summer, because that is how they cooked. And then they would hatch them out in boxes in the kitchen, and then they would return them to the wild. So everything was in harmony. And his father and his grandfather understood the bees, and he was taught to hive, to capture a swarm, to catch the queen bee. I think he said he caught his first queen bee and hived her and the bees at about the age of about 6. It was just extraordinary. So anyway, I have digressed, but it is a beautiful story, and this is totally true and for real. This is how people used to live once. But he, as he grew older and the world has changed, he relatively recently was telling me he was going for a walk and he saw somebody, and he said this person was obviously wanting to keep bees, but they were getting it wrong, basically. And he's a really amazing bee person. He knows bees. He's lived with them all his life. And he leaned over the fence and he said to this person, "Excuse me, could you stop upsetting your bees? You're making them angry." And the man came over and he just sort of said, "Well, what do I do?" And they ended up forming this wonderful friendship. And it's kind of like, there's tension, there's something, but he's just one of those people where he'll sort of say how it is, but there is such a grounded presence, an earthy presence, around him, that when something is disruptive, he just has always had a way. I think it came from the way that he grew up, which was so simple and so genuine. And that never left him. It hasn't left him. To this day, he will stop and he will talk. And I swear, every conversation he has, he is imparting knowledge and wisdom. He's leading. He's an authority. He nurtures people so that change happens. And, if he sees somebody spraying something, he won't get into conflict, but he'll have some conversation with them. And there's something about you having the ability, as I said, you're not just going to patch something up. You have the ability, some of you are an authority in a particular field, or you have wisdom and knowledge. You have the ability to transform something, to shape shift it, to help people to see how to handle something or do something authentically, to take something that could end in tears and transform it. I do think for some of you it's arriving unexpectedly, but this reading is here to encourage you to own your authority and to nurture this scenario to an outcome that is transformational, much like my wonderful, wonderful friend. Because you have love, of course. No wonder the rose quartz wand came out for you. This is about love. You heal it with love. Every conversation that man has is embodied, imbued with love, because he's not seeking to criticize. He seeks to transform and to challenge, of course, but to challenge through love and through authority and through nurture and through beneficial outcomes. But there's something that is requiring you to step up in that kind of way. It's quite possibly happened suddenly or unexpectedly, but you absolutely have a choice as to how you respond, and it may even be that you are able to give people choices as well, to highlight the choices they have available as to how they proceed with something. This is, and I think you can be inspirational. This is the sparky vitality of the sun here. I mean, this is magical. This is really, really magical. I'm going to draw cards and find out how the week ahead is panning out for you. May I ask? Oh, look at King of Cups. This is so your energy. You can do this. This is you stepping up and embodying the essence and energy. I mean, look at the rose quartz energy. If I were to give a magic wand to my really, really wonderful and very dear friend, it would be a rose quartz wand. And, this is the King of Cups, isn't it? This is the energy that you can embody to transform something. I think because this is the first card that's come out for this week, it's highly likely that this scenario is already around you. I mean, for some of you, maybe it's not yet happened, but for some of you, it has. Let's see what we're showing for the week ahead for my pile threes. Okay. Now we have the King of Cups, yeah, the Chariot. You can absolutely do this. You can kind of mentor somebody. We have the Hermit. There is something that you can move forwards. You can step up. You can be the guiding light, the mentor, the guide. Ace of Wands. Absolutely. This is saying to you, step up, not down. Seize the moment. Have a voice. Don't let the elephant sit in the living room. Acknowledge it. You're the one that can fix this. And look at this with the Six of Cups. I'm seeing, again, that lovely energy of you reaching out, but reaching out in harmony. We then have the Knight of Pentacles, which is a card of moving something forwards in real terms. And then we have the King of Swords. I think you could even change people's perspectives, change people's minds. You could elevate their consciousness with the King of Swords because of your knowledge, your authority, and your ability to really step up into this situation and actually offer a different perspective, a different way of seeing things, to guide, to mentor, to do so with love, with generosity. And I think you're going to see you'll get a really good response, even though it might feel initially like a challenge, like, whoa, gosh, will I be met with tension? I don't think you will be. Whatever this scenario, I think you're going to get the most amazing response. Really, 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 you'll be validated, appreciated, loved for what you offer and what you bring. And that is what I'm seeing for you. That's your immediate message and what I'm seeing for you this week. So thank you for being here, pile 3. Thank you for being you as well. Thank you for being the wonderful energy that you are. Tons of love. If this is resonating with you and you'd like to make sure you never miss a reading as soon as I upload them, don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon. Tons of love to you all. Have an amazing week. And thank you also for, if you give me the thumbs up, for liking and for sharing. You are very appreciated. All of you who comment, thank you. And thank you to those who give back through the super thanks in the comments. And just to all of you for everything that you do that supports the channel and gets us out there. Tons of love, beautiful souls. How amazing. This is magic. Absolutely magic.